8:48 is the time. Boy, it was a jam-packed weekend with events all around the Bay Area, from the NBA All-Star Weekend to the Day of Love to the Lunar New Year Parade and all those celebrations. Hundreds of thousands of people were in San Francisco for festivities like at the Moscone Center with the Fan Experience for All-Star Weekend. And then the fanfare was also felt in Oakland, too, where they had several major events, including the All-Star Celebrity Games and the NBA HBCU Classic. Both cities say they want to keep this momentum going.
The city felt alive, and that's what we want to have happen 365 days a year. It was a weekend to remember.
You know, the Warriors, the Raiders, the A's are gone. So this brought back some pride. This brought back some, I guess, encouragement that Oakland can still do major events.
Well, according to Mayor Daniel Lurie, San Francisco generated about $350 million worth of economic impact and about 300,000 people in the city on Saturday and Sunday.
We are honoring Black history here on KRON4, and while video games cater to everybody, the number of Black video game developers is very small.
Yeah, in fact, an Oakland nonprofit is trying to change that, and as part of our Black History Month celebration, KRON4's Sarah Stinson takes us inside Game Heads in Oakland.
We all want the gaming industry to get to a point where you're not a unicorn. It's not a big deal that you're in the gaming industry, right? Like you're a part of everybody else.
Damon Packwood is turning the video game industry on its head. He co-founded Game Heads in Oakland. Its mission: to guide low-income students of color, ages 15 to 25 years old, to the gaming world.
If you give students the best hardware and the best software, and then you provide them with the best instructors and the best mentors, they'll get very good. And that was always my theory, and we're proud to see that actually come into fruition.
Packwood is a San Francisco native.
I'm a lot like a lot of these students. You know, I grew up in low-income communities.
After earning his master's, he was teaching web design, but it wasn't long before he realized students were more interested in learning about gaming than coding.
They want to learn, and it's just that sometimes we're not teaching them things that they want to learn.
In the Game Heads program, students gain a competitive edge with free classes, mentorship, and a state-of-the-art gaming center and lab. Students can stay enrolled until they get a job in the industry or age out.
They do 6 months of in-class learning. All of our classes are taught by video game industry professionals. During the summer, they all get video game industry professional mentors, and they have to build a game over 15 weeks. And then they have to showcase that game at the end of the summer, and then they have to release that game online by the end of the year.
Game Heads is Black-owned and operated in an industry that Packwood says lacks representation.
The numbers are out of whack. That's why it's so significant that we have an African-American board of people that are in the gaming industry, because they only represented 2%. And we just so happen to get some of those legendary 2% to kind of help build out the organization.
Game Heads partners with major players like Sony and Xbox, and just celebrated 10 years as a nonprofit. Packwood says one of their biggest accomplishments, helping a couple students land a job on the hit game Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Miles, this is crazy.
Yeah, that was a big one. Like, imagine what kind of swag you have to be able to say, I worked on Marvel Spider-Man 2 and I haven't even graduated from college yet.
And with each student's success, Packwood hopes to shift the culture of the more than $400 billion gaming industry.
Like, when you create nonprofits, the hope is that you're always trying to put yourself out of business, right? Like, hopefully one day we won't need a Game Heads because the industry will be diverse enough where this is not necessary.
I'm Sarah Stinson reporting, KRON4 News.
Well, KRON4 will continue to honor Black history all month long. Be sure to tune in for our special entitled Honoring Black History. That's set to air at 6:30 p.m. on February 27th, and it'll be hosted by our own Raina Harvey and KRON4's Noel Bello. So make sure you tune in.